Go.
Hey everybody, it's Jim with Alliance Relocation Services. I am here in sunny Florida. I'm really happy to get out of New York State because as I understand we missed a blizzard, but I'm attending the American Moving and Storage Association conference, and I'm pleased to be joined today by David Lofton. And David is a real an inspiration to me. And tell you a quick story how I got talking with David. His company, Coleman American, is across the exhibit hall from me. And we just got chatting about fitness and exercise and family, and he shared a story, a personal story, that I thought was so amazing. I thought we could all use hearing it. So, David, maybe you could tell us about what you've been going through in your life and
Sure. Actually, the end of November, I decided that it was time to stop smoking. So actually it's been, Jim, about 16 weeks now, come Friday, that I've been smoke free.
Now, how many years had you been smoking?
25 years.
25 years.
And never even tried to quit. So
Wow.
this was the very first time that I tried to quit, and so I just went all in and said, let's do it.
And it gets crazier. 25-year smoker, and he just one day decides to quit, and simultaneously he says, well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to lose some weight too.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Yeah. So turn around, and as I started not smoking, of course, as a smoker you have all these habits that you do. Don't smoke in the house, so smoke outside. So I started to go outside at night at about 9:30, find myself outside and asking myself, what am I doing out here?
Yeah. Okay.
And then it hits me that, well, you're out here because usually this is the time you come out and you smoke. So that time I said, since I'm doing all this, I might as well go ahead and try to lose some weight at the same time. I said, hey, for the last 25 years I've done both way too much, eat and smoke. So I said, hey, let's kick them both at the same time. So actually started a new program. Been on it for this will be the 8th week come Friday, and we've lost actually about 45 pounds. So it's been going well. My biggest problem with when I diet is I either do one extreme or the other. So I really try to dig in this time and find something that would be beneficial, that I could live with and could carry on for a while. So I'm doing supplements in the morning, supplement shake at lunch, and eating a very reasonable dinner. And after that, I'm hitting the gym to do I usually do a 2.5 mile walk that I incline halfway and then very steep, and do 2 minutes down, 2 minutes up, and
so you're not killing yourself on the joints. You're not going out there and saying, hey, I'm X pounds off the weight. I'm going to run a marathon next week.
That's
you just
right.
say, hey, I'm going to get on the treadmill, walk, and see what happens.
That's right, and then burn about between 700 and 800 calories an hour.
Wow. Okay.
On that. So I mean, with that, it helps me A, to go to bed afterwards, but B, to kill what food I took in, so it doesn't just automatically get stored. Because a lot of time in our business, as you know, we're on the go all the time.
Yeah.
So when you eat late, of course, they always say eat 3 hours before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we don't have that privilege. So if I can at least eat 2 hours before I go to bed, I can go to the gym for an hour and knock off the rest, and so it gets my body to where it takes this food in better. So
okay, so let me get this straight in terms of the diet. We're not, by the way, we're not being paid by any product endorsements here. So, 2 shakes, one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
That's
correct?
right.
And what kind of stuff are you using?
I'm actually using GNC.
Okay.
Of course, we all know GNC for their vitamins and everything else. I found their shake to be a good protein plus the vitamins that I need. Because a lot of times I won't take my vitamins, or I won't eat, and then I'll eat one meal a day, and when I was doing that, it actually my body would be shut down all day, and when I got food, it'd store it instead of burning it, because my metabolism went up. So do that in the morning, may add a banana with it, depending on what it is, and then do lunch, and then turn around, like I said, eat a reasonable, sensible dinner.
Okay.
Cut out the all the sweets. Try to stay below 15 fat grams a day,
Yeah.
and you know, it worked well. Felt great.
Cool. So we got that on the diet. Now what
Yeah.
about, I mean, I've heard that nicotine, I've never been a smoker, but it's as powerful a draw as potentially like heroin. So,
It is. It is.
So what kind of product and how did you use that and how did that work for you?
Well, I had a friend that had always dipped and tobacco, and he had stopped because, well, he didn't stop. He wanted to stop using the brands that he was using, so he actually found a company out of Sweden that originally does the snus, which is a different form of the tobacco. Instead of being chemically enhanced to be preserved for a long time, it is preserved with sea salt.
Yeah.
So the shelf life is long, but it's you can either get in a patch or you can get it clean cut.
Yeah.
Just like the dip, you put it in your top lip, which your top lip doesn't produce as much saliva as your
Yeah.
bottom, and so you don't really spit.
I see.
So basically, it was to me, it was physically something I could feel.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't do the patch because the patch is something you put on and you know you don't know when you're getting it, when you're not getting it, and this is something you knew when you were getting the nicotine, and so I did that, and about a month and a half, and now I'm off that. So.
And is it how many? Is it 6 or 8 weeks for smoking? And also, how long you smoke free?
Smoke free is 16 weeks.
16 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right in the November, I said, you know, it's time. Of course, you know, having an 11-year-old son who is now as athletic as I was in high school and college, it's one of those things where you step back and it may be because the young man in my office that the other day he said, "Hey, old geezer."
Yeah.
And I stopped and said, "Old geezer? What do you mean, old geezer?" I've always considered myself, although he's 25, the same age. And really, that's when I sat down and I started thinking. I said, and I got the calculator out and I said, "You know what? He's right."
Yeah.
I said, "I've been in his shoes before when I looked at this old guy and said, you think we're the same age? We're not." But so yeah, it's one of those things where you just finally have to decide. You know, hey, this is the life I want to change, and do it where you can succeed.
Fantastic.
So it's been good.
Well, you have my vote as a rock star, okay? So many of us, as we get older, we kind of get in our habits and we start to put on a little bit of weight, and you do it over time, and all of a sudden you kind of look in the mirror and go, wow, I got obese, it crept up on me. And David has transformed his life and simultaneously quit smoking. And you know, if anybody has any questions, I'm sure you wouldn't mind answering an email. So shoot him an email. Coleman American. He's in Midland City, Alabama, and you know, congratulations.
David.Lofton at ColemanAllied.com.
Cool.
No problem.
Folks, thank you. I hope you guys got something out of it. I'm certainly inspired, and make it a great day. Thank you.
Just hit the red button.
Did you hit that button?